talk about the breath. The breath is related to the diaphragm, and it works with the central nervous system to regulate our physiology. So when our central nervous system is balanced, we feel calmer, our hormone production is improved, we have less anxiety, our cortisol levels go down, and we can actually learn to regulate our experience of life, believe it or not, in part by using our breath and using our breath skillfully. So today I thought we'd look at some breath work, how to breathe, how do we utilize the diaphragm, how do we get to know this muscle that's at the bottom of the lungs that actually pushes up and down as we breathe, and how are we also breathing from the belly? Is our belly rising and falling as we breathe, or are we up here in the upper body? Most of us, when we breathe, we are in the top 1/3 of our lungs, and the breath gets stuck up here. It's almost like, hi world, my breath's way up here. Today we're going to focus on a breath, a belly breathing. We're going to feel the diaphragm rise and fall. We're going to get to know more about our breath and how the breath regulates the central nervous system. All right, so take a comfortable seat. You can be on a chair. If you're on a chair, root through all 4 corners of the feet evenly. Make sure your feet are grounded with the earth. You can also sit cross-legged as I am, or you can also sit, if you have on a yoga block, you can sit in a yoga pose called hero pose. Some teacher will say that that's a Japanese style sitting. Whatever posture you take, just make sure it's authentic. In other words, a pose that you could hold for a period of time without suffering. All right, first thing we're going to do is lengthen through the spine. The belly is going to broaden sweetly. It's not six-pack abs. It's not drawing in. The belly will broaden sweetly. And also draw into the perineum. For women, that's the area between the vagina and the anus. You'll draw in a little bit there. And for men, that's the area in front of the anus. So we don't want to feel that the insides, the pelvic insides, are spilling out. So we're just going to center here for a moment at the very base of the spine. Close your eyes. Breathe and receive. And draw in scattered energies. As the perineum lifts, feel scattered energies at the base of the spine start to draw in. So you feel like you're more you. Let the out breath be longer than your in breath. And do this a few times. Inhale and exhale. Let the exhale be longer. So we just took a few centering breaths. Now with the eyes closed, as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, start to feel your belly. Does your belly rise and fall as you breathe? Or do you feel that you may be utilizing just the top portion of your lungs? Let your belly rise and fall now as you breathe. Your foundation is still stable, the perineum still draws in, but you can feel the belly rise and fall. On the in-breath, the belly rises, and on the out-breath, the belly falls. And you're just noticing the belly. You're feeling the belly rise and fall, perhaps for the first time in your life. It rises and falls with the breath, and there's a sense of ease. There's a sense of ease in the low lungs. There's a sense of ease in the belly and in the midsection. And we'll continue this awareness now with the eyes closed, while breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Even breath now. See if you can quiet the mind and feel a muscle at the base of the lungs. It's called the diaphragm. You may have heard of it, but have you ever taken a moment to really feel your own diaphragm? I always say you want to know your body better than your doctor. So know your diaphragm better than your doctor. Feel the diaphragm, the muscle at the base of the lungs. Feel it rise and fall. Now on the in-breath, the diaphragm will go down. On the out-breath, the diaphragm will rise. Can you feel this muscle? I'll say it again. On the in-breath, the diaphragm goes down, this muscle goes down, and the out-breath, this muscle rises. You'll feel it kind of pushing the air out. As you feel the diaphragm, and as you feel the evenness of your own breath, notice how your physiology shifts. The central nervous system will calm, and you'll have less anxiety, all due to skillful breathing. By taking a moment to notice the rise and fall of the belly, by taking the moment to feeling your own diaphragm. It's an amazing muscle. Breathe and receive. And do you know this muscle continues at night when you're asleep? This wonderfully loyal muscle called the diaphragm breathes you at night. Isn't that reassuring? It continues to do its job. Now feel the entire lung. On the in-breath, utilize all parts of your lung. You're expanding side to side evenly. You're expanding from top to bottom, and then exhale out completely from the bottom of the lung. Exhale out all the way through the top of the lung. And do this a few times. So the lungs are expanding evenly. On your in-breath, all sides, even the space between your ribs expands, and then you exhale out completely and sweetly. No need to rush. Have you ever noticed your lungs before? Have you ever noticed how they expand? Have you ever noticed the space between the ribs? Your breath is amazing. You're irrigating the body with the breath. You're nourishing the body with your breath. You're nourishing your brain with the breath. Nourish the brain with your breath. Nourish the brain with the breath. And the central nervous system calms, all through your skillful, mindful co-creation with the breath. For those of us who've experienced anxiety, the breath becomes a safe haven. It's our go-to place. I hope to inspire you to notice how your own breath can shift your experience of life through your skillful awareness. Let's return to normal breathing now and feel the body. The mind's quiet. Feel the central nervous system. Feel balanced being. Isn't that a joy to know that you can create balanced being? skillful breathing is another tool for your toolbox. All it takes is your awareness and your desire to know more about yourself, to know more about your diaphragm, your breath, the central nervous system. Amazing. The breath is nourishing and balancing and healing. Your breath is nourishing and balancing and healing. Curl up the edges of your lips. With the eyes closed, curl up the edges of your lips. And we'll rest now either with the hands, palms up on your thighs, or the hands to the heart. If your hands are at the heart, lift the heart to your hands. So we're not wanton or wistful. The heart lifts to the hands. We bring our authentic self forward as we lift the heart. We'll close our beautiful breath breathing meditation today with the sound of Om. Draw into the perineum and let the belly fill in as you take this in-breath. Om.